Well, friends, it's Melissa again here at Cracked Max. Hello again, it's me. Friends, I was just talking away and my iPad went dead. Hey, friends. You just gotta laugh at these things sometimes. I'm telling you. I see people popping on here. Thank you guys so much for being back. Hey, Kathy Smith, how are you doing, girl? Oh, Lord Jesus. We are going to finish these cards. We will. Hey, Rebecca. We are working on this cute little card. Hey, Cynthia Ream, Catherine Curry. Hey again, it's me. Hey, Danette, how are you doing? Hey, Gary Corden, how are you doing, my friend? Hey, Heather Wilson. Hey, Carol Glennon, how are you? Friends, thank y'all so much for popping back on here with me. I was just talking away, making this card, and all of a sudden I looked up and my iPad went completely dead. Crazy pants. Hello again, guys. We're going to finish this cuteness. I'm telling you, we're going to finish this cuteness. All right, let me go ahead and bring y'all down. Hey, Cindy, how are you doing? We're going to finish these cards. All right, here's this one. All right, there's that one. Let me go ahead and take my glasses off. Okay, now I have 100% on my iPad. We should not go dead anymore. Did you read my text? Important. Hold on for a second, friends. I got to read something real quick. There's something important going on. Can you do that for me, Leslie? If they come back, would you do that for me? I'll be on the lookout. Okay, I'll be on the lookout for that person. Okay. Here we go. Thank you guys so much. Sorry we had to take care of business. All right, now let's see where we were. Shall we try this again? Julie McCoy. Hey, Linda Smith from North Carolina. All right, now, we went over the card base. The card base is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Thank you for the stars, Mary. I appreciate that. All right, now, we have the card base. I showed y'all how to make the little this little part using your napkin. Now, we have our card base. Now, the second layer that I'm going to do is, excuse me, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do layers. We're going to do a white layer. We're going to do a white layer, a blue layer, because I love layering my cards, friends. And then we're going to put that cuteness that we made right on top of that to create this card. This is very, very easy. You can only block. Let me know if he comes back, Leslie. I will ban permanently, and I'll get to sing my little song. So long, farewell, so sad. You know that one. Hey, Danette, thank you so much for the stars. I appreciate it. Love the ornaments and the tabs. Oh, girlfriend, Rayanne, I love them myself. Okay, now the first thing I want to show you, we have our base. We're going to do our first layer, and I have it all written out for you so that I can flip the camera around. The second layer, let me flip this around, my friends, is the white cardstock, and it's 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 in case you guys want to write this down, okay? It's 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And this one is going to go right on top of that card base that we made. Right on top of that card base that we made, okay? Now let me go ahead and show you how to do that, because I do have people who have requested me to cut everything so that they can see, all right? So we're going to cut it at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Friends, can y'all tell that my little trimmer is well loved? It's well loved. And how many of you all, and you can see I need a new blade, how many of y'all have had things for years and you don't want to get rid of them? I absolutely love my stuff. Can y'all see good? Can y'all see well enough? There you go. There you go. Now this one is now 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. That's how I cut my stuff up. We got the first layer. Let's go ahead and cut the second layer. The second layer is 4 by 5 1/4. 4 by 5 1/4, if you guys want to write these down, 4 by 5 1/4, okay? And you just take your paper, cut it at 4 inches, and then by 5 1/4, okay? I'm doing this again because I am going to be making multiples of these cards, so I don't mind cutting them up again. All right. Now let me go ahead and show you how to layer. Let's layer our card. And this is what we're making, right? This is what we're making. Dropping by to say hi. Hey, Amy Allen, how are you doing? Oh, Vaughn, not yet, girlfriend. Hey, the camera looks kind of weird that way, doesn't it? All right, we're going to layer this on top of the card base. I'm going to use my ATG adhesive tool, but you can use double-sided tape. Did y'all know that Scotch made one of these little cuties? Y'all know what this is? You put your double-sided tape in there and it's fabulous. It's absolutely fabulous. I love that. I use that a lot. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and layer this on top of my red base, all right? Because this is going to be the first layer, and you want to try to get as close to the edge as you can, all right? As close to the edge as you can. You don't want that little piece on there because you'll be able to feel that. You love my cutter? I do too. Take a break from washing dishes to watch craft. I needed to sit. Oh, Rayanne, thank you, girlfriend. Now, you just want to center this as best as you can, top layer and the bottom. Sometimes I get a little carried away with this stuff and it gets a little wonky on me. But right there's your first layer. Now, you don't have to do layering. I just love to layer. You most certainly could just leave this part, this here, bigger, and you could have just laid that on top of that card base, and that would have been perfectly okay if you don't have a lot of different colored cardstock. It would still be stunning even like this, friends. You don't have to do a whole lot to make beautiful cards. You really don't. So now I'm going to do another layer on top of that, and I'm going to do the blue. Remember, the blue is at 4 and 5 1/4. So I'm going to layer that on top. Okay. Don't y'all just love stuff like this? Even if you don't make handmade cards, sometimes it's just, do y'all watch people sometimes just because it's very relaxing? I know I do. Oh my gosh. All right, now when you put your layer on, make sure that you know how your card is opening up, especially when you put your last layer. Okay, so we're just going to layer this one right on top of the white. And I just love how it gives it definition. I guess I make my cards like I do my wreaths because y'all know I love a lot of texture and definition and depth in my wreaths. I do the same thing with my cards. What is that? Let's see. What is that you're using to make the cards? Doris, I'm not sure which one. I'm using quite a few things here right now. So now this is what the napkin, right, that we ironed onto the cardstock. And remember, this is 5 by 3 3/4. I cut that at 5 and 3 3/4. Now just know that that size can vary on your top layer because it depends on the size of your napkin and the image on your napkin, so that can change, which is okay. You just adjust, all right? So we're going to be putting that right on top. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put some adhesive down on the back. All right. Here's that one. Now this is where you definitely want to make sure that this is not upside down. Because if you put that on there like that, your card is going to be backwards. So you want to make sure that that's not backwards, right, friends? Okay, let's go ahead and put that in here. Right on here. I love this. Oh, just absolutely love that. Ashley, you like my little card? My daughter came. It's the canning jars. Oh, it's the canning jars. What is the tape gadget you are using? This is by Scotch, and it's the Advanced Tape Glider. Scotch Advanced Tape Glider. They call it the ATG gun. We just call them ATGs for short. All right, now inside, I do like to put a layer for my inside so that if I want to do some writing, you can even layer something cute in here. You could even do another layered napkin on a corner somewhere. Like you could take, let's see here, I don't know, you could take one of these little balloons and kind of cut it and make it look a little fray-like, and you can iron that on the corner as well. You're only limited by your imagination, people. It is so much fun when you start making handmade cards. And one thing about handmade cards, people love to get them because they know you take the time to do it, right? So I'm going to put inside this one another layer, and that one is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 for the inside. That is the same size as that first layer we did with the white. Okay. Hey, Lori Clask, how are you doing, girl? So we're going to go ahead and add some adhesive for this. Okay. Making sure I get as close to those edges as I can. I don't know why my adhesive is getting a little clumpy, and you definitely don't want that because you'll feel it underneath that card. Okay. Make sure that's the front. We'll go ahead and layer this one. Okay, let's go ahead and I use repositionable tape. They do have permanent tape, which I just did that. Okay, that's a little wonky, but there you go. Look at that, friends. Now we have 2 of these cute cards. I love these. You love the napkins? I purchased a lot of these napkins. Friends, go to Home Goods, go to TJ Maxx, go to Hobby Lobby. Oh, so many places. Now, another thing I wanted to show y'all. For the envelopes, if you go to like Hobby Lobby, these are A2 cards. There's all different size cards. This is a standard card. A2 is what they call it. There's A6s, A7s, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But for this particular card, you will want the A2 envelopes. And you can pick these up from Michael's and Hobby Lobby. I love these envelopes. These are actually the David Tatera ones. They are 4 3/4 inch by 5 3/4. 4 3/4 inch by 5 3/4 inch, okay? Grocery stores, yep, grocery stores are perfect too to get stuff like that. You went to Home Goods yesterday and they had nothing. Oh, Julie, girl, I feel for you. So, what I like to do, if I used to sell cards a lot as well. If y'all do like craft fairs and things like that, you would be amazed how many people love cards. They love them. And people still give them. So I like to use these little clear bags for my cards, okay? It just makes it really presentable. And I mean, you can, these have the self-adhesive flaps, and you can pick these up from clear bags. I go to clearbags.com. That's where I get a lot of my bags, friends. Clearbags.com. And there's actually 100 in here. And these will fit the A6 and the A2 cards, envelopes. And these are crystal clear. And the number on this one is the A6-CC. A6-CC, okay? I just wanted to show y'all that because I get asked a lot where I get stuff. Did you Mod Podge on the card base? Not this time. I actually ironed. Louise, I ironed my my little canning jars, my napkin, onto my card base. I do use Mod Podge as well, but I've showed y'all that before. But I wanted to show you the napkin technique because it's not as messy. It doesn't get as messy. So I'm going to set these aside for now. And we're going to do one more, friends. We're going to do another one. Isn't this fun? I love this. I'm not kidding about not being able to find napkins. I will keep, oh my gosh, that's just terrible. It's just terrible. I hate that for y'all, friends. I really do. Thank you guys so much for the stars. I appreciate that. Now, for the next one, we're going to make this little cutie. And I don't know why. I love, love, love this little card. Isn't that just the sweetest thing? Now remember, I'm saying I'm only doing very simple cards because this is a beginner's card tutorial. a lot of you have contacted me and you've never made cards before. So if you can make these, friends, you really can. If you don't have like an iron where you can iron on your napkins, you can use glue stick. You can use Mod Podge. Mod Podge does take a little bit more skill because the napkin can wrinkle and tear, right? It can tear. But with this technique, not so much, and the glue stick is easy as well. All right, now let me go ahead and show you how to make this card. Okay, and this is the one we're making. Now I'm reversing the layer. All right, so on this one, I used a red base. For this one, I'm using a blue base. And my first layer is still going to be the white, but my second layer is going to be red. Okay, it's going to be the red and then a white and blue. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Let's put this one over here. And we'll leave that one right there. Okay. All right, now we're going to go ahead. I'm going to show you how to make your card base one more time. And again, the card base is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 for your card base. That's your card right here. And once again, I like to use a 110-pound card base. You can use 80-pound. You can use 100-pound. I would not go under 80 because it's too thin. It's too thin. Even 80, you know, I would in a pinch, but really 100 and 110 card pound is what I would use. 100, yeah. Okay, now let's go ahead and bring over my trimmer. Bring over my trimmer. We're going to go 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. 4 1/4. Excuse me, we've got to cut this in half. This is at 8 1/2 by 11, so you want to cut it at 5 1/2. You want to cut it at 5 1/2. Okay. You're going to get 2 card bases from it. 2 card bases, okay? So let me bring over my score. And I showed y'all, if y'all don't have a scoreboard, y'all can always use whatever you have. You can even fold it in half and do it that way. Now these are cut at 8 1/2, so I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. And I like to flip my paper over and score it one more time. I don't know if y'all have ever done this before, but sometimes years ago when I was scoring my paper, it seemed like the paper was always uneven. But if you flip your paper over and score it one more time, I don't know, it just seems not to do that. So, and I'm using my bone folder just to burnish those edges. You can use scissors, you can use a pen, use whatever you have, friends, okay? Use whatever you have. Just because you don't have the fancy tools doesn't mean you can't make beautiful cards, okay? Now the first layer, okay, we're going to cut at 4 3/8. And we're using the Nina, this is Nina cardstock. 4 3/8, let me show you. The first layer is going to be 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Okay, bring that over. 4 3/8. Okay, 4 3/8. Oh, I said 4 1/8. Let's try this one more time. 4 1/8. I hope I just didn't mess my card up. 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. 5 3/8. Here we go. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, we're going to do one more. So we have that. That one's going to go on top of the blue because this is the first layer, right? Now the second layer is going to be the red, and it's going to be 4 by 5 1/4. 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. Scoreboards are great, Linda. I love them. Absolutely love them. Okay, 4. Going to cut it at 4. And this is a Fiskars cutting board. You can see I've had it for a long time. About 5 1/4. Okay. Okay, that's our second layer. Let's move this. I like to try to keep my workstation as clean as possible. I don't know, are y'all like that? I'm just crazy pants like that, I don't know. Okay, first layer, second layer, and I always like to look to make sure that I cut everything correctly before I start gluing down. That's going to be gorgeous. Now, this is where, and I'm going to actually have my card sitting this way instead of that way. See, it's the opposite of this one. This one you open up like that. This one you open this way, okay? So be aware of that when you're making your cards. Now I'm going to go ahead and add these layers. I'm going to use my little ATG gun. Maybe I'll use some double-sided tape so you can see. I think what's happening with my glue here is I'm at the end of that stick of glue in that. Here we go. Yep. There we go. Not that one, hold on. Here we are, my friends. Let's use some double-sided tape. I'm going to use my Scotch applicator. Have y'all seen these? Love these little things. Love, love, love. Well, hopefully I have tape in it. Oh no, there it is. Well, it didn't cut, my friends. It didn't cut. Here we go. Hold on for a second. I'm going to try to figure out why this thing's not working properly. It ran out of tape. This is getting crazier by the day. Okay, I'll use my double-sided tape. Here we go. Oh, Lord. That's not my double-sided tape either. This is getting crazy pants, people. Crazy. Let's go back to my ATG gun. Oh, I love it. Oh, God, you just got to laugh at life sometimes, don't you? I may have to go CK and see if there's Fiskars. Yes. Hobby Lobby has that. Michaels carries them. Michaels carries them as well, friends. So, now, look and see who has them on sale because they can get quite, expensive. So, just be careful. So, we have our first layer. Let's go ahead and add our second layer. I love these cards. You can do an assembly line with these. You can do all of your ironing on your napkins, and then you can cut up all of your layered cards that you need, and just go to town and have some fun with it. See, look at that. Don't you love it? Absolutely love this. Love it, love it. Okay, now for this, I am just going to go ahead and see. Okay, let me bring over my little trimmer. I want to try to make this one a little bit bigger. This one is cut at, it looks like 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. I'd like to try to see if I can make that a little bit bigger because I really like it to fill it in just a little bit more. So I'm going to see if I can do that. Okay, let's see here. Oh, this is so pretty. I absolutely love this napkin as well. Let me bring it in just a little more. Just a little more. I want to have a little bit more of that watering can on there. It's just stinking adorable. Stinking adorable. What it is. I love this stuff. Oh my gosh. Now, how many of y'all are going to make some handmade cards? Are y'all going to make any? I'm late. I had a birthday party. I had 10-2. We were crafting. Oh, were you Melissa Bickham? Hey, girlfriend. How are you doing? How you doing, friend? Hello, my friend. Okay, let's cut this a little bit. And Nap's gonna, I will have to cut a little bit more off. I hate that. It's okay. Just cut a little bit more. I was hoping to be able to make it a little bit bigger, but that's all right. That's all right. I love that napkin, so I'm definitely going to use that a lot. Now, you can also, this would look stinking adorable. Now, you can layer this again right on top of the red. You can go back with a blue. Let me show y'all. Hold on, friends. Let's do it. Let me not just talk about it. Let me show you how you can make it look a little different. Then I have to cut this a little smaller. Okay, just a hair. Because I'll have to have room for my third layer. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. This is going to be so cute. I'm loving this. Let me see if I can use a scrap paper. Let's see if I can use scrap paper. Yep, I can. Now remember, okay. Got all my cards there. Okay. Now, I'm going to go, this is how you can cheat this, okay? Let me show you how you can cheat this. How did you attach the napkin to the cardstock? Allison, I ironed it on, girlfriend. If you go back to my first live today on the card making, sorry, but my iPad went out. If you go back to my first live, it will show you, I showed you how to do it. I'll show you one more time when I get off here maybe. All right, now this is how you can cheat this. If you don't want to measure that, just put a little strip of adhesive down that center. Go ahead and line it up on two sides, okay, where you have it layered. See that? See that? Look how pretty that is with that blue. Now I'm just going to come over here and I'm just going to trim that to about the same measurement on the other side. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom. Same thing on the bottom here. And looky here. Look how stinking adorable that is with that blue underneath it. It makes that napkin layered pop. See the difference? See the difference between the two? Which ones do y'all like the best? I love this one. This one's pretty. It really is. I really love it with the layered look. It's so cute. Let's go ahead and add this one. I probably will, for all of my other cards, I will probably do that extra layer with that blue. It's just stunning. Now make sure, this is very important, when you add this layer, that you don't put it on backwards. Like, you know, if you flip it up this way, it'll be on the back side. You don't want to do that, so make sure you're always aware of how your card is going to open up, all right? So I'm going to go ahead, and if y'all need to, like, measure and you can't see how to center these and you need to measure, go ahead. Go ahead. Look how pretty that is. And if you want to burnish that on there a little bit more, just lay something over top of your image and take your bone folder and just burnish that so you know that that glue is stuck really good to the bottom of that blue cardstock. Isn't that pretty? Love, love, love this so much. See the difference in the two? Oh my God. There you go. There. Love it. There's that one with the blue layer. And here's this one without the layer. Love them both. Layering is the bomb. It is. So you see how you can make such a beautiful card. Now the inside, I thought I already had a little thing layered for it. Okay. The inside is going to be, because you know we want to put a little card in there too. Sorry, friends. I got to move this hot iron out of my way here. Okay, we're going to put the inside as the 4 1/8. I think I already cut it. I did. I already cut this one, friends. Let's go ahead and put her in there. I like to use white cardstock for the inside so that I can make, you know, write a cute little note or whatever. Oh, the third layer. Friends, I just kind of whipped that right out there, didn't I? Okay, the third layer is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. That can't be right. Okay. 3 3/4. Yeah. By 3 1/2. That's what it is. 3 3/4 by 3 1/2. Isn't it stinking adorable? Okay, let's go ahead and put this inside. And we are almost finished, my friends. Basic 1-on-1 101 card making. There you go. So we have these cards. Have these. Let me flip those both open. And you can see the difference with those. And then we have these two that we did. Now, you most certainly could cut this down where the candy jars are, but you're going to have to be careful because of the napkin. You'll be cutting into the jars, which I didn't want to do that. If you wanted to do another layering, because you could do a red layer underneath that as well. But I think that'd probably be pushing it just a little bit. And there's that one. There you go, friends. What do y'all think? There's your 1-on-1. Oh, let me flip this camera back around. Oh, my Lord Jesus. There you go. I look better that way. I'm just saying. So here we go, friends. How did you like your little card tutorial? Oh, so pretty, guys. Very patriotic, isn't it? Absolutely love it. Do y'all want me to show y'all how to do the napkin technique one more time? But I tell you what, the ones that popped on here, just watch my other live. And I did do a video is on my page here. Just look for it for card making with napkins. And I show you how to actually iron on those napkins. It's very simple and very easy. Thank you guys so much for being on here with me. Can you list your tools you used? Joanne, I think I went over all the tools. Can you jot them? Can you watch this again and just jot down everything that I wrote or that I told you it was? Oh, you're so welcome. Love it. Now I don't have to buy any more cards. See, Charlene, it opens up the world, doesn't it? Because how many beautiful napkins are out there? Think about weddings. Think about if even for like, if somebody's getting married that you know of and you're doing invitations and things like that, and you already have those napkins that you're going to be using at the wedding, you can make cards and they'll get a card that's going to match the decor of the wedding. You love that technique? I do too. You love patriotic things. All right, friends, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. Thank y'all so much for being here with me. I so appreciate it. I'm going to do more and more crafts. I'm so excited. You missed some of the beginning of attaching cards when you froze. Oh, Lord, no, Stephanie. I'm probably going to be doing a lot of card making. Even if I'm in here tomorrow, maybe I'll come back and do some more. I do have a lot. I mean, I really embellish cards a lot. I mean, I add ribbons and a bunch of stuff, friends, but you know, this is just very simple for you guys to get started on if you're new to it. So y'all have a blessed day. What is that ATG gum? Oh, it's my Scotch, and it just has adhesive in it, and that's what I'm using to adhere, to glue all of my layers onto my card base. So that's all that is. But you can use double-sided tape, you can use glue sticks, any kind of adhesive. Everybody has their personal preference. Just because I'm using that doesn't mean you need to. Just find something that you love and it's easy for you to use. That way you'll stick with it. Stick with it. Marshall's has some wonderful napkins. TJ Maxx, Home Goods, Hobby Lobby. Michael's even has some. Joann's, Walmart, Dollar Tree. Friends, y'all saw those Dollar Tree napkins I got the other day. I made my own wedding invitations for mine. Oh, see, Danita, love that girl. All right, y'all have a blessed day, blessed evening, and I will see y'all tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. As always, I say, Good night. Thank you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye. Tuesday morning too.